So you're thinking about buying a house in New Jersey and you do not know where to start? This guide will help you go from start to finish confidently. Hey, my name is Cash. I'm a real estate agent here in Jersey City, New Jersey for over 10 years and over $200 million in sales. Before we go through the 5 major steps to buying a home, I want you to think about the team that you'll likely have to assemble. Number 1 is going to be your real estate agent, then your attorney, your lender, title company, as well as a home inspector. I'm going to leave the team members up here so you'll see who's going to be involved in each steps. To help you remember the 5 major steps, you just have to remember this acronym B.O.A.T.S. The first step is boots on the ground. You're not going to be able to get a good feel for the neighborhood, especially if you're new to the area, by watching videos or just browsing listings online. Go spend some time in the neighborhoods at various times of the day. Sit in a coffee shop, visit your local fitness center, or explore the nightlife scene so you'll have a better idea. That also brings me to budgeting. Use a 30% rule, where 30% of your gross income is allocated towards your property. If you have a household income of $150,000 or around $12,500 per month, around $3,700 will go towards your housing budget. Given the current interest rates at 6.5%, if you're putting 20% down, that equates to a house price of about $600,000. And then tour as many homes as possible. Check out the open houses and private tours with your realtor and give the feedback so that you can fine tune. Number 2 is offer. The strongest offers often balance price as well as the term. Look at 6 months of sales for that specific neighborhood. This gives you a baseline for how that property is priced. Understand if it's a buyer's or seller's market. And finally, tweak the offer price as well as the terms. You'll put all of this in a standard New Jersey sales contract and submit your offer along with a pre-approval letter. Number 3 is attorney review. Even if your offer is signed by the seller, it does not become binding in New Jersey unless an attorney review has concluded or a 3-day grace period has passed. It's in your best interest to hire an attorney so they can make any changes that protect your interests before the contract becomes binding. I recommend getting an attorney that specializes in real estate transactions only. Number 4 is terms have now been agreed upon and you're finally under contract. And it's now time to do the due diligences. You're hiring a third-party inspector to make sure there's no major defects. Your lender is going to order an appraisal to make sure you're not overpaying for the property. And title companies will make sure the ownership all checks out and there's no red flags or liens being carried over from the current owner to you. A pro tip is if you're buying a condo or townhouse, check out the meeting minutes, the budget, as well as the financials. They often reveal red flags before you close. You can also check out my red flags video that covers this in more detail. 5th and final step is settlement or closing. Now that all contingencies are out of the way, you'll get a disclosure that shows how much cash you need to bring to closing. That will include all the closing costs, minus any deposits or credits. And then you'll do a final walkthrough before closing to make sure the property is in a good condition and that the seller has completed any repairs that they promised. Once you're at the closing table, you'll be signing a bunch of documents with the title company. You'll get the keys to the house and congratulations, you finally ready your homeowner. Pro tip is you have 2 forms of identification for closing, and if you're doing a wire transfer, do 2-step verification to make sure there's no wire fraud. Of course, if you're bringing a cashier's check, have the exact amount. Finally, don't forget to celebrate and relax because it's probably taken you 2 months or so to close a property in New Jersey from start to finish. Now that you understand the 5 major steps, boots on the ground, offers, attorney review, terms are agreed upon, as well as settlement, you're ready to go buy a house. I covered the 5 major steps here, but in actuality, there's around 70 steps in the home buying process. You can download that below. Also, you want to check out these videos to make sure you're buying the right property. I'll see you on the next one.